Hello, everyone. Good evening. And how we doing? It's a beautiful weekend where I am. We had a barbecue at church, and the kids had so much fun. And I hope that it's been beautiful at your hand too. My name is Funmilola Williams. I am the lead coach at the Informed and Reformed Teens Academy. It is an online mentorship academy for girls. Of course, by now you know that. So don't hesitate yet to bring on board your young girls from the ages of 8 to 18. We'll have a curriculum that we're going to walk them through as they begin to journey and transition into adulthood. And then that's by way of introduction, and I'm always glad when you join me here. Thank you very much. I do not take it for granted. And today we're going to be talking about something that I find very important. Very important because um it's a major how will I say, it's a major curriculum in the life of a girl. The mind is a major curriculum in the life of a girl. As a matter of fact, if you're watching me live, I'd like you to put that in the comment section right straight off, that the mind is a major curriculum in the life of a girl. We've all been if you have been around for the past couple of years, past 30, 40 years, you'll have seen the trend of how it is that girls have, I don't want to use the word falling from grace, but that's what has happened. So how do we begin to work on all of these things to ensure that our own daughters do better? So that is why it is a very, very important aspect for me. The mind of a girl is a big curriculum. And today we're going to be talking about how to beautify mind upgrade for your teenage girl. I'm sure you're wondering, why do I need to beautify mind upgrade? I see, if you don't make it attractive, if you don't make mind upgrade attractive for a girl, your girl will struggle. And when your girl struggles, it's going to show in every area of her life. That's just it. It's not beautiful to her, it's not attractive to her. She will struggle. She will not even want to see reasons why she needs to upgrade her mind. And even this is 2024, and you, of course, you know that when the girl is not being upgraded according to her mind, if the only thing the girl is focusing on is how she looks, how she feels, and all of that, that kind of girl is not going to make an impact. That's the truth. Take it or you leave it. The world is not no, is no longer for girls that are putting all of the premium on how they look. The world is no longer the stage for girls that are putting all of the premium on how they feel, how their body looks, how their body this everything. The world is no longer the stage of such girls. We know the stage that they're operating on, and that's not the kind of girl we want to raise. That's why I said this is very, very important. So how do you begin to, I was studying the scriptures at the time, and Apostle Paul was talking about how that the gospel is not beautiful. That is not beautiful, and that is why a lot of people are not accepting it. That got me thinking, and I began to wonder, oh, does it mean that if it has been, it says something about the gospel is not beautiful that will marry it? Something about if people packaged it, if it is packaged beautifully, probably so many people will be attracted to the gospel of our Lord Jesus. That's, and I began to what's the word now? I began to use this as an illustration to what I wanted to. I was just playing mind games with this in my head. Okay, maybe if this mind upgrade that we're talking about, maybe if this mind enhancement, if this mind enhancement that we're talking about, if it is packaged, the way they package entertainment for our girls, the way they package TikTok, the way they package social media for our girls, the way they make it so beautiful. If we're able to also make mind grade um beautiful, maybe our girls will not struggle so much, because you're going to agree with me that girls struggle. And let me give you a very quick what's the word I'm looking for now? Let me give a very quick analysis into what I mean by their struggles. Ask a girl between the way they play that their game, read or watch movie. You know the response of a girl. Read or go out. You know the response of a girl. Read or whatever it is, or they will pick that other option as against the mind upgrade. And I started thinking to myself, what is there a possibility that if we had packaged this mind upgrade, if we had packaged it beautifully, would it have made any difference? I want to say it will have made a difference. And that's why I said, I was just playing with that scripture in my mind that talks about the gospel not being beautiful, and that's why a lot of people are not attracted to it. So how do you begin to make mind upgrade that? And don't forget, my major focus is that a girl has a mind. Most girls are not aware that they have mind. A girl has a mind, a girl has a head, a girl has a brain. How do we harness it for her to fulfill purpose? How do we harness it for her to do everything that she's meant to do? I have seen girls do super well, and that's why it's like a fire that is in my bones. I'm not able to just keep quiet and pretend as though all the girl is ever meant for is just to have And he has told the only thing a girl is meant for is for her to be beautiful. She has a beautiful shape, she has a beautiful height, she has long nails. So what's going to happen to the girl that doesn't have long nails? What's going to happen to the girl that doesn't have long hair? What's going to happen to the girl that doesn't have figure eight shape? What's going to happen to the chubby girl? What's going to happen to the girl that is on a large side? Do you understand what I mean? But one thing that every girl has in common, every girl has a mind. Every girl has a mind. That's common to every girl. It's a common denominator. And then we can begin to now. So can we now be so the idea now is that we can begin to upgrade that mind, begin to make that mind functional, begin to make that mind, we begin to utilize that mind. That's the idea. I've seen what girls can do when their minds are utilized. I have seen it in the community that my girl is. Sometimes I wonder, did you say this girl just 13, just 14, just and you begin to wonder. So please, we need to beautify it. We need to package it. Otherwise, they will not accept it from us. And that is why, it's easier for them. It's easier for them to be to spend hours and hours on hand on entertainment. Recently in recent times, I realized that for me to even sit to watch just one single movie and begin to schedule time to watch just a movie. But I didn't used to be like that just a few years ago. I didn't used to be like that. I used to be a big lover of entertainment. So what am I trying to say is that it is possible that the mind is reconstructed. It is possible that the mind is realigned. That's what I'm trying to say. So, what are you going to do to beautify mind shift? Because mind upgrade. Because you know that once the mind of your girl is upgraded, see, there's some things you will not be fighting. I'm very certain. I am 100% certain because there's a way she will be your girl. She'll be running on autopilot. She knows what she's thinking about. She knows where she's going, and then your headache is minimal. And what are the headaches? I don't want her to disgrace me. I don't want her to. I want her to be well. This is all of those headaches. It will be minimal if we will sit with this mind upgrade I'm sharing with us this evening. So, what is the number one thing to do to begin to help it to beautify mind upgrade, to make it attractive? They have made social media attractive. That's why girls are binging on it. That's why girls, it is the challenge that's my own challenge. I'm not even going to lie or pretend about it. Girls jump on every challenge on TikTok, and the latest one is go, 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 right? Yes, and girls are jumping on it, mothers are, everybody's jumping on it, because am I saying that is bad? That's not my concern. My concern is, can every girl jump on anything mind upgrading like that? I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. Can girls jump on anything that is mind upgrading, anything that is edifying in that manner? The way they jump on go go go, the way they jump on all of the challenges that they jump on everywhere. So can they jump on things that edify in that manner too? Then what do you need to do? What do you begin to do? Number one, you need to understand the mind of a girl and don't label her. Understand the mind of a girl. Don't label her. Don't label her as lazy. Don't label her as unmotivated. Don't label her in any way. Just understand that the mind of a girl is normally naturally tilted. I was trying to do a bit of research into finding out why is it that girls are the. I have men that they have never watched a TV series in their life, and I'm not exaggerating. They have never watched one. At least I know of one that has never watched it, has never started to watch maybe a movie or something. But ask an average girl. Ask an average girl. She has watched all the series. There's some series that takes 3 years, and some girls sit and watch. My God. They watch. They watch. They watch all of the series. They read all of everything. Just gulping, 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 and never having enough of it. So that's how a girl is wired. Soft, easy. A girl wants to slouch. A girl. So please understand this, and don't because of that label. Because the minute you label her, she'll act according to label. When you label your girl, she acts according to that label. So please, if you are watching me, please put that in the comment section. When you label your girl acts according to that label. So label, you know what labels are? The things that we say to our daughters that doesn't reflect who they are. Oh, she's lazy. Oh, she's this. Oh, she's that. All of those things are labels. She will start acting according to that. So please don't label your daughter. That's the first war that you need to win. The war against labeling. I know that it is hard. I know that it is difficult. I know that it's challenging. But you need to try. You need to make up your mind. Don't label her. Because the moment you label your daughter, she will fulfill the wordings of that label. Just understand this, just know. And that is why if you're a parent that knows your struggles, so when you understand, yes. So when you understand that is how your girl is wired, that's why it is easy for her to sit and watch hours on end. I used to be that way. Oh, I could. Let me tell you my story. While I was much young, as a younger girl, I wasn't up till now. I'm still not a social person, like outgoing parties and all of that. They give me headache up till this moment. But I loved movies a lot. So when I come back from my workplace, where I was living with my mom that I had not got married. I was living with my mom. So I would go my weekend, my heaven on earth weekend was going to a movie club where I would rent videos and then I would watch the entire weekend. My God. My sister will be on this stream and then she will testify to what I am saying. And I will watch the entire weekend, watch movies. I used to be that way. So don't now start acting as though you didn't do the same thing. Some of us may not be like that, but some of us had other things that were, that was catching our attention. That was catching our attention. So please, dear parents, understand that that's how a girl is. You are the one to do a reshift. You are the one to do a realigning. Don't label her. Don't label your girl. It's terrible. Some of the girls, some of the worst behaved girls that I've seen are girls that have said, my mommy has said this is how I am. My dad has said this is how I am. She will just walk according to that label. They call it the law of self-fulfilling prophecy. So please, what you don't want reflected in the life of your girl, please don't call her that. Don't call your girl a liar, even though she told a lie. Even though she told a lie. So a couple of times, she has said something, and maybe it's not true. Then you begin to find out. This is a digression. I just need you to understand this thing. Then you need to find out, why is she lying? The problem is not the lie. The problem that you should be tackling is, why is my daughter lying to me? Or why is she lying about anything at all? And of course, why do people lie? Why did Eve lie? Why did Adam lie? They were afraid. When people lie, they are afraid. They're covering up. So the question should not be, why is my daughter afraid of me that she has to lie? I don't know whether I'm making sense to you. So please don't label your daughter. Once you label your daughter will fulfill she will fulfill according to that label. Understand that she's a girl. Girls want easy life. Who doesn't really? So understand that. They will begin to move. Now that you know. So the next time you see her slouching before watching all of the series. I have girls in my corner. They call it the ones that currently watch, they call it the cage series. So when you see her doing all of those things, what do you need to do? Well, you have understood now, they will begin to get to work. Then the next thing you need to do is you have to start early. Start early. If you have not started, please start early. This mind upgrade thing, start early. Because see, let me tell you, the earlier you start, the better it is. The earlier you start, the easier it is. So if for example, you're saying that your girl is already 10, already 11, already 12, and she doesn't have a structure of any mind upgrade, you should know that your own case is different. So anytime you wake up is your early. Please put that in the comment section. Anytime you wake up, that is your early. Anytime you wake up is your early. So if you're waking up by 14, it's fine. That's your early start. Some of us woke up at 20s, late 20s. Let me not even lie to you. So some people woke up earlier. So anytime you wake up is your early. Start early. So how do I begin to do? What do I begin to put into place for my girl? What do I need to do? What do I want her to know? What exposure of the world do I want to give her? It is up to you. Your girl came to you plain, tabula rasa, empty. Everything is plain. Her mind, everything is plain. She came to you empty, plain. What do you want to put in it? So that's up to you. That's entirely up to you. So, and I've said to you that anytime you wake up is your early. So when are you waking up? When are you waking up? Some people woke up early, some people woke up late. It's fine. It's fine. Start early. Now that you are woken up, start. You say, coach, how's she gonna do it? If it's just 20 minutes a day, start. Start. If it's 15 minutes a day, start. 15 minutes of just concentrating on whatever it is that builds her mind. Even if it is 10 minutes, start. It doesn't matter. Start. When I started with my daughter, she was much younger. And then I started with stories. I remember those years. I would order books. So I would order books, and then she would start reading. And I gradually, I began to switch into what I wanted her to read, what I wanted her to think about, what I wanted her to meditate upon, and I switched to it. And today I don't struggle again. Even while me as adult, I struggle to read 2-3 books in a month. She can do 2, she can do 3. Why? Because I started a bit earlier. So please start early. The time you wake is your early. So start already. Start already. Because if we don't, see, these things are the things that will strengthen your girl, that will put her foot down. It's not what you are teaching. It's not what you are saying. When you get to Kinikon, don't be like them. I was at a social function today, gathering, it's a church gathering, barbecue kind of thing. And I work with children, of course, but you should know that I work with children, not children like that, pre-tweens, teens. I work with them in church. So I had the opportunity, and it was an open gathering. open. It was barbecue. The weather was beautiful, and I was just there watching the girls. And being there watching, I picked lessons upon lessons. I saw people that have not started at all. I saw people that are starting. I saw people that are still struggling. So start now. Start now. What do you want to be your girl to be exposed to? You are the one to do the work. You are the one to do. Nobody will do that work for you. What do you want her to learn about? What do you want her to know about? From what you're seeing, from your projection of your daughter, what can you see? They begin to tailor her reading, tailor her mind in that direction. You are the one to do it, not the school. She'll do schoolwork. She'll do schoolwork. So I know when my daughter is struggling, what do I begin to do? I begin to put in materials in that area. That's what I do. That's what I do. That's what I expect every parent to do. Start early. Don't label your girl. It's very important. So you are the one. What you are the way my coach will say. She'll say you are the one living with your girl. I am not living with your girl for you. You are the one that you are saying. What do I need to put in? By the makeup of this girl, by her thinking, by her this, by her that, what do I need to put in? Knowing that these things are what will help your girl. Let me not lie to you. Many girls did a lot of things because they were not convinced. There was no conviction. If you agree with me, please put in the comment section. Usually, while we're back in university, they were not convinced. They were not convinced. They couldn't wait to leave their parents' home. They couldn't wait to leave the comfort of their parents. And then the moment they got to school, they turned to something else entirely. But if your girl has been rooted from early, it's easier. It is that rooting that will be pushing her like this, even though something tries to drag her. The way it is in the scripture that you will hear a voice saying, "This is the way, walk in it." So it's also as though you are doing jazz. You're not doing jazz. It is hard to turn away from your learnings and teachings. It is very hard. Except it did not really enter you. But if it enters you, it is very hard. Even if you turn, you will still find yourself wanting to go back on track. This is why it's very, very important for you to start early. The next thing you need to do, you need to be consistent. This consistent journey, please, is very important for your girl. When you're building the mind of your girl, when you want to package a mind upgrade that's beautiful for your girl, please be consistent. Don't give double signals. Don't give double. How do I make consistent? Let me give. I will do that by example. And then your girl is already trying to build a reading culture, a mind upgrade culture, and then because for whatever reason, and then you go something like, "Oh, I can't afford your books for this month." That is you shooting yourself in the leg. That is you shooting yourself. Your girl is one. No, maybe it's not really important. Maybe that is really important. I don't know whether I get what I mean. So whatever is going to cost you, if it will cost you denying yourself, please deny yourself for your girl. If it will cost you whatever it is, you need to, because it's a journey. Don't forget, it's a journey. You're trying to do something. You're trying to build something, and then what you do when you're not consistent, what you do is you're beginning, like you're stoking a fire. You're trying to make a fire come up, and then you're removing the wood that you're using to stoke the fire. You're frustrating yourself. You're frustrating your efforts by yourself. Self-sabotage. That is what you're doing. So when I say be consistent, that's exactly what I mean. You need to continue, whether it's convenient. See, let me not lie to you. The past last year, this year is enough for me to say, this thing I'm doing, I don't want. What this I'm doing with my daughter, I don't want to do it again. But I realized that would be me shooting myself in the leg. That would be me self-sabotaging myself by myself. And so what do? Whether it's hard, whether it's hard, whether it is not hard, whether it's convenient, whether it's not convenient, you keep moving. Because the moment you're saying, "Oh, I can't buy those books this month," or you're saying that the books are even too expensive, or the courses are even too expensive, or the moment you start saying that, you're that fire you're trying to build, you are pulling the wood out again. It won't fetch anything. There'll be no result. There'll be no, and then to now make it worse, you're not doing double standard to your girl. That's what you're projecting, even though that's not what you mean. So if it means that you need to go and sit down again with your budget, if it means that you need to go and sit down again with your earnings, your incomes, whatever it is, so that you know that when you're starting on this journey, no matter what, let me tell you something that my coach says. She says, no matter what you do, at least budget something. The way you budget for school fees, the way you budget for whatever, budget for books, budget for holidays. Before I didn't used to, I used to think that it was too, I think she was over hyping, but as I grew, as my daughter grew, I realized I didn't have a choice. I had to. Such that no matter what happens, there's always money rather to register for a course. There's always money to register for a conference. There's always money for me to register for a training. If it means that I will not buy whatever else I needed to buy. So that's why I'm building. I am building. That's what you're doing. So please don't do like this. Don't do double lights. Don't do double light. Don't let your girl think, "Oh, it's not really important." And the moment a girl begins to think in that way, there's nothing you can do. It will be hard. I'm not saying I'm not saying well, your journey. You just made your own journey harder by yourself. Why would you be doing that to yourself? Why would you do that to yourself? So please, dear parent, be consistent on this journey of mind building. I don't know whether you see it, but I see it, and then it breaks my heart all of the time. When I see girls mindlessly behaving everywhere, it bothers me. It bothers me a lot, and that's why I'm not able to keep quiet. That's why sometimes I don't want to come. I say I have to come. Let me say what I need to say. Let me say what has to be said. So please be consistent. If you're budgeting 5K per month, if that's where you want to start from, please just let it rise from there. Let it rise from there. And don't forget, you're not just buying any Tom Dick and Harry. You are buying where you want them to build character, where you want them to build depth. Where you want them to build character and depth. That's where your focus is, because you are the one living with them. So be consistent on this journey. Then the next thing, research together common mind activities to do together. There are so many mind activities that you can do together with your girls. So many. So many. Research. Find out. As I am full grown until I became an adult, I never did a puzzle in my life. Never. 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 Until I started my journey with my girl. But now, bring it on. Bring it on. Legos, puzzles. I may not be what's the word now? Because I started late, so it may be a struggle for me. But don't forget, the aim is to ensure that it's not, my daughter doesn't see it as dreary. She doesn't see it as drudgery. If you get what I mean. So we're doing it together. Oh, and she's like, oh, if mommy is there, then we can do it. And then she's gotten so used to say, mommy, can we do this thing together? And my mama said, hey, Father, thank you. Thank you. So you need to find out what are the Google it, find out. It is your work, it is your duty, it is your responsibility. Nobody, parenting conference, the one that just finished at the Parenting Academy where I am in. I don't know whether if I can forget any other thing, but the one I know that I will never forget, I can never forget. So you can walk out of anything. Anything is like you can walk out of. But this parenting, you can't walk out of it. You can't. People walk out of anything. The things that we hold sacred, blah blah blah. People have walked out of it. But we can't walk out of parenting. So if you cannot work out, then I better sit my ass down and get the job done. So find out what mind activity. Put it like that where I just put it. I've just given you an example of the ones I did with my girl. What mind activities do I do with my girl? Presentation is a mind activity. It's building the mind. Do it together. Are you aware that there's some adults that can't even face audience? You're an adult, you can't face audience, and then you want your girl to come and face. How is she going to do it? How does she want to do it? Presentations, reviews. Those are mind activities that you can do together with your girls. I've just mentioned 3. There are so many of them. So which one can you do together with your girl? Together. Because you're trying to pass a message. Don't forget, these girls, they watch us more than they do us. They watch us more than they watch what we do, more than what we say. Of course, everybody knows that by now. So if they see that you're struggling, they also will struggle. It goes without saying. It goes without saying. So please find out what are the mind activities that you can do together with your teenage girl. That way, she's not seeing it as, and she's eager to go about it. Don't forget, it will not be automatic, but don't forget, it's a build-up. It won't be automatic, but it's a build-up. It's a build up to what you're trying to do. Then the next thing you need to do to succeed on this your journey, you must structure your screen and your entertainment time. For anyone to succeed on this mind upgrade that we're talking about, for you to succeed, you need to structure, because see, the screen is a major contender for your girl's destiny. Please put in the comment section rather. The screen is a major contender for your girl's overall being. That's the truth. The screen is a major contender. Entertainment is a major contender. It is. It is. Let me take us back to while we're also much younger so that we will understand these things. Most of it, then who I did it. I don't know who else did it. That was how bad I was. I did it. I could watch movies far late into the night. Please, if anyone did it here, please, I like you to put it. If he did it, I did it. It's just not that. In short, where is even the time? Where is even the time? So please, you need to understand that if you don't structure entertainment, you wake up, because this is holiday now, because this is holiday period now. So they must wake up 7 a.m. and go on TV. You're on your own. So don't forget, girls are more easily distracted than boys. So your struggle with your girl child will be different from your struggle with your boy child. You should know that. You should know. So don't aid the what's it called of a girl. Don't make it exactly. I did a lot. So that's how it can be. That's how it can be. Imagine watching, it's not crazy busy watching movie till 2. How I wish that all those years I've seen someone to say, move this way, move this way. But it's fine. This place that we are now, let's move from there. So please, if you must succeed on this mind game with this mind structure, this mind upgrade with your girl child, there's nothing you need to do. You need to structure entertainment. There has to be a time for entertainment. Sometimes I'm not at home, but I can tell you for free what the girls are doing because there's a structure. Does it mean that we're not going to watch TV? No. Even this Wednesday, we're going to go watch a movie. So it doesn't mean that you scrap television or screen altogether. I am just saying, put a structure. If you leave a girl, she will watch TV and forget that she needs to eat. And then the problem, the danger, what she consuming. That's the danger. Not even the way. Imagine till 5 a.m. Now imagine doing something productive to that time. Do you know how far we'll have grown? I did it a lot. And sometimes I want to flog myself, but it's okay. It's okay. At least you've woken up. I already said it, that when we wake up is our early. So please, dear parents, let us make up our minds. Structure entertainment in your home. Especially if your girls are growing, if they're still younger, they're still between 10, 10, 9 kind of thing. You can still be like, oh no. But the minute they're growing older, they're leaving secondary school, they're having a mind of their own. Their friends are telling them a particular series, that their friend is selling all sort of things. The way the media is selling all sort of things, their friends are selling all sort of things. So structure it. Don't put them before this because you think that, oh, this is holiday, they need to rest. And I'm wondering, rest from what? I don't understand. So they need to rest. Rest from what? The things that these kids have done in my own corner here in this holiday, even me, I'm like, the way they are just moving. And I said, okay, but this is what we're doing. So let's see how far you go. I knew in my mind that they would not finish it, but I done what? I'd engage them constructively. That's what to do. That's what to do. Engage them constructively. So don't say, I don't know what to now do. Go and learn what to do, for God's sake. Don't just put them in front of, let them consume all of the garbage. And you, of course, even as adults, we still struggle with our regulation of screen, even as adults. So how much more younger people? You need to help them. You need to help them. Don't keep shooting yourself in the leg. And that's where they pick all the garbage. Let me tell you, as I was trying to prepare and read and all of that, I realized that there's a way that the media sells a particular things to a girl about herself. That is not true. Yeah, they sell to them how they must look like. They sell to them how they must dress like. They sell to them how they must talk like. They sell to them who they must mix with. All of the things that you don't want them to do. Then the media begins to sell to them. And then you are saying, I don't know what to do. Oh, they must just watch the TV. Why? Back in Nigeria, while I didn't used to subscribe. I stopped subscribing a long time ago. So please, dear parents, this is on us. So please structure it. If you must have progress, don't forget that already. I already said it, and I said put it in the comment section. The media, the screen is a major contender to your girls becoming. That's the truth. So many girls have spent plenty hours, spent amount of money on data to just watch. Have I said don't watch? No, I do watch when I have the chance. Just that this is my daughter will say, Mommy, we've been watching this movie for 4 days now. You have not finished. I say, hey, see me. This is the same me that will sit for hours on end watching movies. So please, dear parent, structure it. That the next thing you need to do, you need to know what your daughter's biggest distraction are and find alternatives for them. That is the only way, or rather part of the ways. What are their biggest distractions? What TV, what's the word now? What soap, what TV soap? Let me tell you a story. When I was pregnant with my daughter, because I was ill, I was really, really ill for several months, I was really, really ill. I wasn't working, I wasn't doing anything, I was just there lying down. There was a particular, the day I had that, even though it's still showing, what's it called? What they call it now? That even though it's still doing movies, I was shocked. I thought they folded up. So while I was pregnant, I consumed so much Telemundo. But when I had my baby, I had childcare and everything. I didn't have time. Until when my daughter was 3 and 4, I was just somewhere and I just stumbled on a TV near. I said, is Telemundo still existing? I said, oh, of course, they never started. I said, oh, really? And they said, till now. Some of us are watching soaps they've been doing the soap for 2 or 3 years. We're still watching. What level of this thing is that? I don't know what to call it. What level of it is that? What are we learning? Am I saying that they don't have value, blah, blah, blah? They might do, but is that the only thing I want my daughter to do? No. So you have to find out. For some of the girls, some of them don't like TV. Some like novels. I was also on that in that WhatsApp group. Now I delete. Right now, because I want to do a complete overhaul of my journey. I still read novels when I have time, but I now choose the novels I want to read. I don't just gulp everything, gulp everything, gulp everything. No, not anymore. Not anymore. So find out. Some of them don't watch TV series. They don't watch K drama. Some of them read dark romance. Have you found out? Have you found out about? I mean, have you heard of dark romance? Some of them read dark romance. They read this. They read that. Blah blah blah. Some of them, the first day I had shipping. I said, which one is this one? They say inside dark romance. Today I said, what is the meaning of shipping? Please, who knows the meaning of shipping? Any player that says if you have a girl child, if you know the meaning of shipping, please put it in the comment section. Let me not be the only one. She said, shipping. I said, what's shipping? And, I was handling a class with some girls. I said, what's shipping? And she says, this is what the shipping. I say, hey, father. So find out. You need to, and if you're not in their world, how are you going to know? How are you going to know? How are you going to know? Find out what is their distraction. Then begin to substitute it. Substitute it. Substitute that distractions. That's on you. You're the one that you don't know how to do it. You don't know how to do it, though. Oh, sure, you want to do screen. Okay, can we now do constructive screen? Sure, you want to do reading. Can we now do constructive reading? Because really, for every fake, there's a genuine. So for everyone that is bringing down, there is one that is bringing up as well. Just that we're not ready to find out. We're not ready to find out because we also, I don't know. So please, dear parents, make up your minds. Find out what is their distraction. Right now, I know my own daughter's biggest distraction is dance. And she doesn't know how to dance the dance. And then she's just twisting the body as if she's boom. And I'm like, what are you doing? So now we're beginning to think, okay, what are the alternatives to these things? Or how do I begin to import what I want to teach into this? So if there's no way I need to import it, I take it out completely. You're not going to go tell me this. I take it out and I give you an alternative. But don't forget, before you take one out, let the alternative be in place. Oh, shipping. I'll tell you shipping. So shipping is there's a girl and then there's another boy somewhere and then there's a middle girl. Yeah, so she sounds like she the middle girl, the one that's a shipper. So she serves as a connection between the girl and the boy. Yeah, and then without the boy ever asking the girl out or ever dating her. I mean, ever saying he wants to date her. It is the girl that says, "Oh, there's a boy somewhere," and then the girl comes to say, "Oh, really?" And then she begins to the way you about to say intermediary kind of thing, and then she brings them together, and then she leaves the picture, and girls are doing it big time. So that's shipping. So the one that is shipped is the shippy. So the one that is the middle is the shipper. So who knows whether it's shipping and shipper we are raising that we're not even aware. That's shipping. Another one is that they have crushes on celebrities that they will never, and then the big that's another craze that's another craze. It's a craze that girls are involved with right now. And trust me, girls as young as 9, they have celebrities that they idol worship. Yes, so they know everything about them from start to finish. So these things are real. And these girls that are shipping, they're not grown-up girls. Just 10, 11, 12. And the shipped girls too. They're not grown-up girls either. So you need to find out that situation. So that's why when we say these things are real, they are real. By the grace of God, I am that kind of thing, yes. So I have the grace, I have the privilege to listen to a lot of girls talk. And when they say some things, you just need to comport yourself. I'm going to be in a class with them on Thursday again. I'm beginning to wonder, what will they bring this time? So it is from all of these things that we hear that girls are struggling that will come and say, okay, let's do these things. Let's make a difference in the life of our girls. So please, dear parents, find out what is their biggest distraction. Then begin to find out a way to bring in alternatives. This is all you did. This is they say, okay, what are these girls struggling with? And then, okay, let's craft a story from this guy, from this guy in the scripture, whether you're Muslim or a Christian, look for something. And then you fill the gap. You need to fill the gap. I have just explained shipping. If you don't know the meaning of shipping, I'm just explaining shipping, ma. So shipping is there's a middle girl. She's the one in the middle. So she's the one serving as a gap between the girl and the boy. She doesn't have anybody herself. It's very funny, it's very crazy. She doesn't have anybody else. She drags, girlless, lack of unsuspecting girls into amorous relationships with the other sex. And then she withdraws herself. And she's the one to still go and cast and say, oh, I brought these people together. That's shipping. So that is the latest craze amongst girls. And the next one is idolizing of celebrities. So that is it. It's on Google. Check it. It's there. So as I say, these things that are happening, how many of it are we aware of? How many of it do we know? So please, dear parents, so find out what is my girl. If you see your girl always in the room alone, find out what's she doing. Find out. Don't say, oh, she just likes to be alone. What do you mean? Do you know whether she's sex chatting? What do you mean? Oh, she likes to be alone. What does that even mean? Girls don't like to be alone. Girls like to be where they will be seen, where they will, where they will parade, they will show everything. So what do you mean that she wants to be alone? So find out what is her biggest distraction. And how are you going to know? But the things I've just said, watch her. What takes her time too much? Some girls, I don't have TikTok as an app, but sometimes I by virtue of just have links and everything. You see the things that small girls are doing there. They have become so addicted, and they say they are following. They say they are building followers. You say, what are you following? Who is following you? That's a distraction. That's a big and major distraction. So find out. I've said it to us. So for some, it could be all these series, all these Korean movies. Please go and watch them. All these Korean movies, all these Telemundo, all this Z World. When adults self are sitting down to be watching with them, I mean, what are we saying? I was guilty. Oh, I was guilty. Not of all these series, but of our own. But these days, you do selective watching. So switch, find alternative. Sit down and think, what alternative can I find for my girl to help her? Then the next thing you need to do, you need to now do not make do not make mind activities a punishment. This is one thing that most of us are guilty of. We made mind activities a punishment. It's when they misbehave. Say, go and carry your books. Come on, what are you even doing? It's when they misbehave or when they do something that we don't like. Say, oh, time out, go and carry your book. Go and carry your book. Do you know what that does? The excitement to learn is gone. And then we were born with the natural excitement to learn the moment we were born. Have you seen a year-old? Have you seen a 2-year-old? Have you seen the way they want to voraciously eat their environment? That is how we were born. So what happened? And then we grew up and then we hated books. We hated learning. What happened? Pay for conferences? Never. Come for free conferences? Never. But sit down with people in front of Telemundo? Oh, yes. African Magic? Oh, yes. You know, and I don't want to punish them. Imagine that what we now do, the way we now do it is that it is where everybody is watching movie because we have so glorified it. And they'll say, you are misbehaving, go and carry your book. Don't ever do that. You are short-changing your girl. You're telling your girl that learning, mind upgrade is a task, is a punishment. Don't do that again. Don't do that again. Rather, make it a time of learning. Let me tell you, my daughter challenges me. And she goes, Mommy, I'm almost done. Then when I'm done, I'll present. Then you present your own. Even though I'm not going to present my book to her because what is in there is not what she should consume. But it's a challenge. So please don't ever make any mind upgrade thing. For example, that they say come and register for camp. You say, oh, I don't want to go. They will stress me. It's a mind upgrade stuff. They say, I'll register you for a particular training. Mommy, must I, should I? This holiday alone, I cannot count the trainings I'd registered the girls for. I can't count. That's the truth. That's the truth. Is there any opportunity for them to learn? Jump on it. No knowledge is ever lost. No knowledge is ever lost. And the beauty of it is that the more you do this, the more this becomes a lifestyle. And don't forget, you are trying to achieve a lifestyle for your girl. That's what you're trying to achieve. So please, don't make any mind upgrade thing. Don't make it a punishment. Mind, puzzles, stickings, embroidery, anything that engages their critical thinking. Don't make it a punishment. Don't say go and carry your craft now. Rather, make it something that they will look forward to. Don't make it a punishment in your home. Don't. That's what happened to us. Don't repeat the same thing. It was when we were silly that they would say to us that go and carry your book. And from there, what do we used to do? I used to sleep off. I don't know about you, but I used to sleep off because they had made that stuff look like it's a punishment. No one likes punishment. No one likes to be punished. So this is something that we must correct. I've talked about understanding the mind of your girl and don't label your girl. I've talked about starting early, where I said to you that it is when you wake up that is your early. I've talked to you about being consistent. If you ever have to choose between, these things, one will say, when I say it, it looks as though, she's oversaying, but it is the truth. If you ever have to choose between buying a resource for your girl and buying clothes, please drop the clothes. I am serious. If you ever have to choose, if you ever get that bad, So the only other time you mustn't have an option of getting resources for your girls, probably if you need to eat so that you won't die now, and then you resource, because it's when you are alive that you can actually do other things. Other than that, every other thing is less important. That's the truth. Every other thing that we think is important is less important. Nothing is as important as building your capacity of your girl. Nothing is as important as building the mind of your girl. Nothing. The dividend will come in future. And then you'll be wondering, and then you'll be grateful that thank God I put in this work. Thank God I put in this thing. Because it will show. I told you I was somewhere today, and it will show. It will just show. It will show. I am mentoring my coach's daughter. So the other time I was on a call with her, I said, if not that, even self, the things she was reading out of her mouth, the kind of wisdom that was coming out of her mouth, I said, wow, she's just 17. At 17, I didn't have that level of wisdom. That's the truth. That is the truth. So that kind of girl can go to school, then the mother is not worried that she will do. You know, all of the, and I've stressed to us, if you put the right things in the stuff of your mind, in the mind of your girl, most of your worries are done. Most of your worries are done. They are done. They're just done. They're just done. So why am I not going to get on the job? Why am I not going to get on the job? The next day, I said to us, I said to succeed in this, you need to research and do mind activities together. You need to structure your screen and entertainment time. If you must succeed on your journey of upgrading the mind of your girl, you need to structure your screen. See, I heard something a long time ago, and you know when I now thought of it, I said that it is true. They said that people that make the news, they don't watch the news. I say, this one, I hear them. I heard it like 5 or 6 years ago. Or is it 4? I can't remember. That people that make the news don't watch the news. And I made up my mind, which am I going to do? Which one am I going to do? Am I going to make the news? Or am I going to keep watching the news? Am I going to keep binging on entertainment? You know, and I look at some of our artists, artists, secular artists, you know, because I actually do like some of them. And I listen to them. And then they say the things that they say, that they don't watch movies. I say, people that are churning movies out. Well, she says to me, a particular one said she just looks for good movies. And then she looks for lessons to pick, lessons to pick, lessons to pick. I said, wow. So there's a lesson to really learn if we're listening enough, if we're paying attention enough. But the question is, are we paying attention enough? Are we paying attention enough? So I have to say that. So in the next instance, know what their distractions are and then find alternatives. This is very important. You need to find out what is my girl obsessed about, what she distracted about. If you see them mention a particular artist, a particular what's it called, celebrity, all of them, don't they don't know. I used to think that I used to think that my daughter didn't know, but now I know that I was just playing. They do know. How? I don't know. But they do know. They are friends, they see TV. So before you do not get to the level of idolizing, begin to nip it in the bud, so that they can focus on their own lives. Have you seen football fans? Have you seen die-hard football fans? Have you seen? There's a lesson in there. They leave their houses or wherever it is that they are, then they converge somewhere to come and discuss vigorously, vehemently about people that don't know them. Have I said football is not important? Have I said it's a rubbish? No. But I've just said, let your daughter not be so carried away by all of the idolization, all of the distractions, so much so that she's not focusing on her own life, on her own growth, on her own development. That's my point. And the next thing you need to do, you need to reward any man progress, no matter how little. Reward it. Yes, reward it. With a spa treatment, a whatever. Let me tell you what happened, you know. And I said to my daughter, I said, you know what, this is your journaling that you're doing. Because for the past 2 or 3 years now, we've been trying to build that because I know the benefit of journaling a lot. So and I'm trying to teach that early. So we started 2 years, okay, 2 years, I think 2 years ago. And then we said, okay, and I said, all of throughout the month of July, yeah, if you don't miss journaling for a particular day, no matter their thoughts are not so compound yet, their thoughts are not so complex yet, yeah, but they are doing it already. So what it could be something as simple as, oh, I went to school, I made somebody smile. That's she's connecting me. That's it. I hope you know. I did a series of teaching on that somewhere in a particular group that So series, a whole teaching I did on that. So I said, you know what? If you do entire month, then you don't struggle with your journaling. I don't have to remind you. I don't have to do anything. Okay, when the month is over, you're going to tell me what you want. What am I doing? That is me rewarding mine. So she's gonna know that, okay, this is, aside from the personal fulfillment of doing what is right, she's still getting reward. So, and then dopamine is triggered. Of course, I will know that that is the happiness hormone. It's triggered. Then she wants to do more. She wants to do more. And now these days, when I'm away at work, or and then she's chatting and she says, "Mommy, I've done this, I've done that, I've done this, I've done that," without me saying, "Okay." Oh, there are still props here and there. Have you you prod them, because of course you're still working with your plan. They're not fully formed yet anyway. So please reward the mind progress, no matter how small. So for example, if your daughter, for example, if the only thing your daughter ever reads is school book, and then now you have gotten a book that's not so big, maybe the book of personal confession, value is a truth. Truth as a value, whatever you want to put into your daughter, you're the one that's going to drop that curriculum for yourself. I drew mine more than 3 years ago. So you're the one that you know what you want to put for yourself, and then you buy something on that, and then she begins to read. Even if it is 2 months that she takes to read this, please celebrate that. Celebrate that. Don't say, you've not finished reading. Your friends are, don't even start all of those things. Celebrate it. And let's twist it. Yeah, when they do now, they say big brother has started again. I said problem, big problem. And then young girls, young children are sitting watching with their parents, and then they are seeing that at the end of the day they give the winner 120,000. Sorry, I'm talking rubbish. 120 million, 300 million, whatever million they're giving them. And your girl is interpreting all of that. I don't know whether we know what we're doing when we put our children down on all of these things, or even when we as adults were watching them. I don't know whether we know what we're doing. I don't know. Because what I've just said to your girl that is okay to have sex on screen and then get rewarded for it. That's what I've just said to your girl. Without you using your mouth to say it, you have condoned it. Yes, you have condoned it. They call you aider. You are aider and abettor. You are an abettor. You have aided it. So now your girl, you that you could sit to watch BB Niger or whatever it is, or whatever America, whatever it is that we watch these days. But now your daughter has finished reading a book, and then she has seen the mind thing. She has seen that whoever wins BB Niger gets it's as though BB Niger has collected stray bullet this evening. So it's collecting 320 million, whatever million that the person is collecting. And then your daughter finishes reading a book, and then she comes to you and then she says to you that, "Mommy, I'm done." And then you go, and so what's the big deal? Come on, don't do that. You just rubbish that effort. And don't forget, your process is much more important. The process of a girl is much more important than the progress that she's making. That's the truth. Because it is this little processes that is going to culminate into progress. So reward it. So yesterday, I said to my daughter, "What do you want?" And she said, "This." I said, "Okay, let's go shopping. Let's get." Do you understand? Dopamine is triggered. She's happy. Then next month, I don't even have to prod. And then gradually, the way they say Christ is being formed in the scriptures, gradually, she's being formed. Gradually, your daughter is being formed. So I just use it as an example. Not necessarily, you don't have to say, I'm not saying that for every time she does something, they have to. No, I'm just saying, if you're just starting, depending on when you're starting, don't forget I said when you start is your early. When you start is your early. So please, dear parent, don't reward any mind progress, no matter how little. Reward it. Please celebrate it. And then on the upside of BB Niger is they will now say a girl came first in a particular competition in school. They say they give him 20,000 naira. What are we teaching? What are we teaching? What are we teaching? What are we teaching? So start from your own home. Let your own girl know that in your home, in your family, mind upgrade is key. Is key. Is very key. Then the next thing, model mind upgrade. This is where I'm coming for parents. How many of us, I want us to please chat in the comment section for me, since we left university, we have ever carried one self-development book to read? How many of us? If you don't want to chat, it is fine. I'm just going to ask that. I'm going to drop it there. Let me tell you the danger that the damage that we do to ourselves by refusing to self-develop. Many of us, before we entered into marriages, never read anything on marriages. Never. Many of us, before we became parents, never read anything on parenting. Many of us, before we went to businesses, never read anything about businesses. And then we are wondering why we're struggling in marriages, why we're struggling in parenting, why we're struggling in our businesses. Come on, are we joking?
Many of us we never went for any counseling session. We never anything. We're just winging through life. And now we are seeing the result of winging through life. But the ones that took their time, the result, oh yeah, the result is obvious. I'm not even going to lie about some of us have casualties of that already. So can we now change the tide? Can we make a difference? Can we change the tide? Some people, since they left university, they have never gone for any self-refresher, personal development, paid course. They have never. They say they want to eat our money. They say they want to eat our money. They want to eat our money. Continue. So, and then you want the mind of a girl to be upgraded. Be playing. Just be playing. So it's the same thing. They're watching us. So I said to my dad, I said, if in the midst of this my schedule, I can read 2 books in a month, I can do my work, I can parent you, I can write, I can do what I need to do, I can still mentor girls, then you have no excuse telling me that mommy I went to school. I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm not gonna listen to you. In the last couple of months, the way I'd had to stretch myself, even me, I didn't know I could stretch myself like that. My coach just calls me and she goes, hey, ask for me, I need this, I need this, I need this. And I go, pa, 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 then I move. If there was nothing, where was I gonna move from? If there was nothing, in the reservoir, where was I gonna move from? I don't know whether you get what I mean. So please, dear parents, I know it's hard. Oh, being an adult is hard already. I know. I was saying to my mother jokingly that I said, next time, please ask me. Do you want to ask me whether I want to be born or not? It was just a joke, but I was serious too. Because being an adult, oh. That's another thing that we're not prepared for. So can we not prepare our own girls? So it's the same thing. We have never read any book. We have never gone for any course. If we now still talk, the one that makes somebody want to really wonder whether we know what we're doing the most is if it is the flexing, the gyration, the party, the this, the that. Oh, we're there. We're really there. Everything is on point. We're really there. But what of our minds? What of our minds? The same things that we did that landed us where we are. The same thing we want to still keep continuing. So you model up a mind upgrade. So this alone challenges me. This alone, know that my daughter is watching me. So as I'm bringing out books for her, I'm bringing out for myself too. That's it. So everybody is growing together. So don't let your children outgrow you. They cannot outgrow you. So many of us have outgrown our parents. If you can relate, please tell me you can relate. So many of us have outgrown our parents. We can't relate with them again because there's no basis again for content, nothing to talk about again. And then the only thing we say to them is that, mommy, I've sent your upkeep money. Daddy, I've sent your upkeep money. And then that's where it ends. Come on. So our kids too can outgrow us if we refuse to upgrade ourselves. It's first of all, I said to my daughter, I said, whatever you do is first of all for you. Your mind upgrade, whatever you know, whatever choices you make based on what you know, is first of all for you. Same thing for myself. I know how I'm able to think things through. I know how I'm able to make decisions. I know how I'm able to say no to the things that will hurt me. I know how I'm able to say to things that will not give me any value. It's the same. It is the same thing. So model mind upgrade. So go outside of your your normal routine and do something different. So the next time they're advertising a course, I say something about the mind, register for it. Not for anything, for your own self. There's this thing that comes with knowledge. There's this liberation. Let me say it that way. There's this liberation that comes with knowledge that you want to experience for yourself. So model it. Model it. And don't forget, I put something up on my sister that time. So the next time you're choosing to eat, you are choosing that I rather buy a wig. Let me come for wig wearers now. I rather buy a wig than buy a book. Know the choice you're making. Yes, know the choice you're making. The next time you're making up your mind that I rather buy that ashwebi than buy resources for my girls. Know the choice you're making. The next time you're making up your mind, I rather go to that event, that occasion, or than save this money to buy blah 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 for my girls. Know the choice you're making. Everything boils down to choices, and of course, the consequences that is going to come out of the choices that we have made. Then the final thing I'm going to be talking about today, I'm going to be talking about trust the process. Trust the process and commit to it. The process, you have to trust it. You can't give up. See, let me tell you what I mean. Since all of these things, after I've said all of these things, done all of these things, sometimes it will not look as though your daughter will not do something, and then you're wondering, is there anything? Is it really showing? Like, is it really working? Is it really working? You're wondering. Oh, it has happened to me. Let me give you an example. Just today. And then somebody said to us, I say, okay, read Psalm 23. And then she and then my daughter, I don't know what happened to her. Can you imagine how what's the word now? How disappointed is this? Disappointed, I mean, disappointed, whatever. But as a parent, you can't, as I was feeling disappointed, I was carrying myself. I said, "This is parenting ego. Just go and share this somewhere." So that means what? You still have to continue on your journey. Trust your process. That's what I mean. I would have felt what's the big deal because you're in this class, you're in that class, we study together, we'll do this together, blah blah. But I saw that she struggled. Oh, I didn't let pride get over me. I didn't let whatever get over me. I said, I'm going to trust my process. So, what's your process? Trust it. That's my process. So, okay, this is an opportunity for me to know there's a gap. Then I begin to know what I need to do to fill it up. Trust your process. Don't give up. I think I said it last week because it's very important. Don't ever give up on your journey. Trust your process. Commit to your process. That process of mind upgrade. Please, it doesn't matter. It may look like sometimes it look as though it's not showing. Oh, sometimes I do question myself too. Let me just say it and let me put that out there. I do question. I'm like, this is I'm even doing. Is it even working? I mean, but I'm gonna trust the process. Trust the process. Continue on your journey. Have lesser focus that what I'm doing with my girl is going to work. What I'm doing with my girl is going to work. And after all of these things, after you have done all of these things, you now begin to put in all of the prayers as though you're not doing all of these things. So don't be afraid. Don't say, hey, what if after I've done all of these things, then my girl still goes. Don't even entertain it. Do you know what I mean? What they call lesser focus. You are only one thing you are seeing. Only one thing. So the time it looks as though your daughter is aligning, trust the process. It looks as though your daughter is not aligning, trust the process. It's very important. It will help you. It will help you. And I'm going to say this for the last time. Please don't label your girls. Don't label your daughter. Trust the process. My daughter did something that I found a bit uncomfortable. And I was wondering, where did that come from? I was very quick to. I know, unfortunately, because you work with girls and everything, so you tend to want to think that your daughter has to be perfect, blah blah blah. But it's a lie. She's just a last. She's just a 9-year-old girl. So what am I gonna do? Am I gonna say, oh, this is not working, blah 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 blah? No, I get on my job. I sit my bum down. I say, okay, let me move again. That is what trusting your process means. So even when that's why am I saying that to you? So that when it's not looking like it, there are times that it will not look like it. Yeah, it's there in the scriptures. Those things that be not. Begin to call it as though they were now. So it's not looking like it. She's not looking like she's conforming. The thing she's reading, she's not looking like it's reflecting. The thing, just continue. One day, all of those things she'll begin to pick from that deposit of wisdom. One day, your daughter will start picking from that deposit of wisdom. And the moment she starts to pick from that deposit of wisdom, oh, dear parent, dear mother, you can be rest assured. I'm so confident of this. Because why? I have seen people that have results. This thing we're saying, I have seen people that have results. At least if I've not seen anything, I have seen my coach's girl. She's 17. When the girl talks, I'm like, whoops. But when I'm now in a review session with her mom, the mom says, "As for me, don't play." Oh. As at last year, this girl didn't look like what you're seeing. I don't know whether you understand what I mean. That's what I call trusting the person. And I said, okay, so I shouldn't even complain. So if your girl is 10, your girl is 11, 12, 13, keep on doing the work. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. I've talked about 10 things. If it is one of these things that you take and run with, like I always say, there will be a difference between you and the parent that is just saying, well, girls will always be girls. Really? Seriously? When girls are, the other time I put it on my status, this current Olympics that is going on, and I see girls, I like girls doing fantastic things. And when I see a girl just being senseless, it breaks my heart. Girls are doing fantastic things. So please, why? They're choosing from a deposit of wisdom that their parents have taken years to put. Keep putting, keep putting. I'm on the table with you. I'm also raising a girl. So keep putting. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't forget. That thing I heard it from one of the coaches that spoke at the conference, but I'm telling you, till rapture, I'm never ever going to forget it. She said, you can walk away from a marriage, you can walk away from a relationship, you can walk away from a career, you can walk away from anything, but you can't walk away from parenting, especially parenting a teenage girl. I'm currently reading a book, Five Conversations You Must Have with Your Girl. Please get that book. It will help you on your journey. Vicky Courtney, get it. It will help you on your journey. Don't give up. Don't give up. Trust your process with your girl. I hope that you have learned something. And then my second book will be out soon. I'm saying whether we're going to put it on pre-order so it's cheaper for parents in our academy. Who's excited? Because I am. I am. Trust me, I am. I am excited. So when it comes out, please pre-order. Buy. It's for your girls, oh. Yeah, your girls. You know, if it's girl, I always say it. My hand, my head, everything is there. And if you have not bought the first one, of course you're not right. Go to seller, go to Amazon. It's there. Just type in good etiquette, a girl's pathway to excellence. Type that in. Buy it for your girl. It's very simple and it's not bulky, very easy to read. All right. My name is Funmilola Williams. I am happy to be doing this with you. I'll be here next week again. Thank you for coming. I don't take it for granted. And don't forget, I am rooting for you. Thank you and bye bye.